Welcome back to the Hero Network, everybody. I'm your host, Darius, and this is where we keep you up to date on all your comic book, movies, TV, video games, nerdy news, and all the fun stuff in between right here on Hero Network. Follow us on all our social media at Hero Network TV, and make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified on all our upcoming programs. We're going to be talking about Loki, the latest Street Fighter V news, and of course, the one and only Batman, the Long Halloween movie that is coming out. So let's just get right into it. Okay, story number 1 is going to be about Loki. The Marvel Universe is broken and it's up to Loki to fix it. According to the latest trailer for his upcoming series on Disney+, Marvel released the trailer for Loki on Monday, and it seems like the show will send Loki from one famous Marvel movie moment to another. The trailer starts out by reminding us where Loki is and how he got there. In Avengers Endgame, Loki picked up the Tesseract and almost immediately got arrested by the extremely goofy Time Variance Authority. According to TVA officer Mobius, played by Owen Wilson, when Loki picked up the Tesseract, he accidentally broke time and now he's gotta fix it. As it turns out, fixing time means traveling back through famous MCU moments in what looks like a sci-fi reality-hopping heist series. During this trailer alone, Loki visits an alternate universe version of New York where Avengers Tower, along with the rest of the city, has been decimated. He also pops up somewhere that looks a little like Sakaar from Thor Ragnarok, and maybe even Pompeii. He even appears to visit what people are assuming is Black Widow. I don't think it is. It might be Lady Loki. We don't know entirely too sure. But appears to visit either Black Widow or Lady Loki, somewhere that looks suspiciously like Vormir, which is why people are suggesting it might be Black Widow. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see about that. And that's only naming about half the references the trailer is filled with. So again, if you guys are excited about Loki, let us know in the comments down below. Why are you excited? What are you hoping they reveal? How do you think it's going to end? And on to our story number 2, we're going to be talking about Street Fighter V. Capcom has revealed its upcoming plans for Street Fighter V, including details about the 3 new characters set to join the roster over the coming months. The latest fighter, Dan, was added to the game in February, and up next is Rose, who was announced during the winter update for the game. Rose, a Soul Power fortune teller, will be released on April 19th with a moveset that Capcom says will change the future of Street Fighter V. Some of these moves include her V-Skill 1 Soul Fortune, which allows Rose to use a power card to either buff herself or debuff her opponent, and her V-Skill 2 Soul Satellite, which makes a return from Street Fighter 4. When activated, Rose summons an orbital circle around her. The PlayStation Street Fighter V Spring Update blog post reads, hit the V-Skill again to summon a second orb. Each orb can either hit once or negate a single projectile hit. Use this V-Skill to put more pressure on opponents. Oro, the Wandering Hermit, will join the game's roster after Rose. Last seen in Street Fighter 3, Oro does not yet have a release date, but Capcom says he will be added to the game this summer. Oro comes with a moveset featuring some of his classic moves from Street Fighter 3 and some new moves as well. He even retains his one-armed combat style, the blog post reads. However, unlike SF3, where he sealed one of his arms, here he is holding his new turtle pet during combat. One of Oro's new moves is called Suranara Kashi. It's a kick move used to help keep opponents at bay, but can also be used in combos. Another new move for this fighter is his V-Skill number 2 called Minomushi. It's essentially a small hop that can be extended into a combo of kicks and punches. The last big thing detailed in the Spring Update blog post is Akira Kazama, a fighter announced last August, and the second to last fighter coming with Street Fighter V Season 5 Premium Pass. Not much was said about this new character, who originally hails from the video game Rival Schools, but Capcom did release a work in progress trailer that you can view above. More will be revealed about Akira in the near future according to Capcom. Hitting the game alongside Rose's release on April 19th are 3 new costumes for Vega, Seth, and Jury. I'm a Jury fan, so I'm probably going to give a look into it. I'm not a big Street Fighter fan. I'm not really big on Street Fighter as a whole. But you know what? For you Street Fighter fans, if this excites you, let us know in the comments. Why are you excited about this new update, and what new characters are you hoping to play as? And on to our story number 3 is going to be about Batman The Long Halloween. The upcoming animated release of Batman Long Halloween will consist of 2 installments, but now we know that the second part will be a lot more violent than the first. The MPA has given part 2 of WB movie an R rating, which means the movie has adult content. Interestingly, the first part of the double feature is only rated PG-13, which means the violence of Long Halloween adaptation is seemingly poised to escalate as it did in the original comic book story. The Long Halloween was originally a 13-issue Batman story published monthly between 1996 and 1997, written by Jeff Loeb, with art by Tim Sale. When we think about story continuity, this arc is a direct sequel of Batman Year One from 1987, in which Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli redefined the nature of Batman as the broody and dark character we know today. These stories were designed as a way to breathe new life into DC Comics, and in the case of Batman, they also serve to make way to a more violent approach to the Dark Knight. After Miller rewrote Batman's origin in Year One, Loeb did the same to some of Gotham's biggest villains in The Long Halloween, especially Two-Face. While Year One focused on Batman's struggles against criminal families and gangsters, The Long Halloween brings together some of Batman's deadliest foes, such as Scarecrow, Joker, Mad Hatter, Poison Ivy, and Riddler. More central to the story is Harvey Dent, a district attorney who turned into the villain Two-Face after having his face disfigured by acid during a court trial. The story of Harvey Dent from attorney to villain also represents an important moment in Batman's history and comics continuity, when the vigilante stops fighting goons and starts his never-ending conflict against supervillains. This is exactly what The Long Halloween is about, starting as a story about a mob war and a serial killer, only to escalate to Two-Face's ascension and a long night for Batman when the newly formed villain releases all the inmates imprisoned in Arkham on Halloween. From the regular crime figures to the biggest Batman villain, The Long Halloween becomes more violent with each issue, as if to reinforce the idea that Batman needs to adapt to enemies that are even more dangerous. This is the mythology that the animated movie will explore, and the difference in ratings show us that the adaptation is going to be faithful to the original story. So I'm excited for this. This looks absolutely amazing. I hope you guys are excited too. Clearly we see DC animation movies are taking drastic different steps into its art style, casting, and etc. I mean, it's gonna be exciting. I hope you guys are too. That's all I got for you guys today. Please just give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe and share so we can give you more of that epic nerdy goodness. I'm Darius for Hero Network. Please follow us on all our social media at Hero Network TV. Also send fan questions to HeroNetworkTV@gmail.com. And again, I'll see you guys in the next video.